Hey, buddy. Don't worry about the fact that I've been gone a while.
Ah, good fortune has returned you to us. Buyercell delivered her report of the trials, and I hear nothing but good stories.
I never did get my steak.
I dare say that you are ready for your initiation now. Take some time to reflect. Return to me when you are ready. We will prepare the rites in the meantime.
Alright, well, in the meantime, we can talk to everyone else, because they might have new dialogue for us.
Did you say something?
Oh, I buy or sell. Okay, he doesn't have new conversation topics.
No, that's over.
Which makes sense. I feel like I already got through his dialogue. The next time I have a conversation with him would be...
What do you seek?
when...
All right, then.
he has his loyalty mission for me. Although it looks like I can't talk to anyone right now. It looks like everyone's just gathering for the initiation. Tinruth? Oh, no, Tinruth isn't even in here. She's done playing that chess game by herself. Yeah, I think everyone's just preparing for the initiation, so... we'll do that. We might have more dialogue options after that. I get turned around sometimes, don't mind me. Don't worry about it. I absolutely know where I'm going. Definitely didn't get turned around at all. Hey, buy or sell?
I'm in the middle of something right now. What do you need?
I never got my steak. How was yours?
See you.
I paid
Yes.
for all of it.
Hmm?
Oh! I thought we weren't going to open this door until I was... Well, I thought she said we weren't going to open the door unless I surpassed Thorman.
You stand before me with hope, I see.
I am ready for my initiation.
Excellent. Come, brethren. Let us introduce this recruit.
Yeah, I thought this room was going to be more important. No offense. Let's
We
just
have
zoom out a little
assembled
bit.
here to welcome a new brother in our ranks. Let us speak the words of rights and the offerings to the Vanir.
Ooh.
We call to Chesko, the Lord of the Winds.
What?
We invite Tamira, the Lady of Stars. We call upon Maldoran, Master of Deep Currents. We beckon Enigma, Shaper of Mountains. We seek out Eleonora, the Mother of Beast and Tree. We invite Mali, the Easer of Hurts. Finally, we look to the one who sees over all. We seek out your power, so that the one who is deemed worthy to join us may receive our secrets. Let us now say the ceremonial words in our old language.
Hey, Duros, you gotta get in on this.
And so it has come to this question. The question that will determine your future. The question that you cannot evade. Good Outlander, will you take up the oath to call yourself a ranger?
I subject myself to you and yours, and will walk the path of the ranger.
And so we welcome you to our ranks. May your arrival bring light and hope to a world on the brink of darkness. Take pride in your new title, in your new name, and in your new companions.
Shout out to my boy Chesko. Was not expecting that, but that made me excited. Also feel like, it's a very minor thing, but Eleonora should have been Master / Lady of the Hearth because of all the house mods. You guys, you gotta move.
Yeah?
Yes?
Get out. This is my room now. I have claimed this room as my own. Get out.
Good day.
I'm gonna go to sleep. Get out of here. That's right, get going.
If there's something you need, I'm probably not the one to talk to, but I can point you in the right direction.
I still cannot believe that you are now ranked above me. But I shall not spoil this monumental stay for you, nor challenge the
morning
wisdom of
to
my
you.
mentor.
Do you always find a way to make things about yourself?
Hello.
It's quite annoying. This is why no one likes you,
Yes?
Ruth. Alright. No one's gonna leave my room. That's fine.
Yeah?
What do you seek?
Oh, hey. Did you need something?
Well, I need to know what I'm supposed
So
to
it
do
has
next.
come to pass that you have become one of ours. You are a marked man from
Remember this
point
day,
forward.
brother. Today life is
People
good.
will look to you and expect better. I trust you're prepared not to disappoint them. But congratulations. I hope you are as proud and pleased as the rest
Hello,
of us.
Outlander. Can I get you something?
Did you notice that just recently, like, just in the past few minutes,
So it has come to pass that you have become one of ours.
his lip sync?
You are a marked man from this point forward. People will look to you and expect better. I trust you're prepared not to disappoint them.
The frame rate on his
But
lip sync
congratulations.
at certain times.
I hope you are as proud and pleased as the rest of us.
It's fine now, but before it was just very jagged. It looked like the frame rate was low, but just for his mouth moving. This is an honorable occasion.
That is good to hear, but we have little time to bask in the joy of today. There is work to do.
I hope I'll be able to serve your needs in the best ways possible, Master. I will make you proud. Of that, I am certain.
As am I. Let us hope that something good comes to us. But we will not fashion the good ourselves. So, let us speak of your first mission as a ranger.
Oh, there we go. Ranger armor, ranger shield, ranger gloves. Yes. Ranger blade. Ranger light bow. All of it's just not going to be anywhere near as good as my gear. Okay, it's light armor, but it's not bad. Ranger blade. Oh, 98. I mean, it's not as good as my stuff, but you know what? Yeah. We are going to use our ranger gear. I need arrows. I have no arrows. Alright.
Right then.
Look at me. George the Ranger.
Yes?
We should take the hood off, I suppose, just because it doesn't match the rest of the set. Boom! Ranger George, at your service. Oof.
Is there something you need?
Oof. I can rock this uniform. And let me just favorite the shield as well. It's all light armor, so none of it's as good as my stuff. But you know what? This is what the mod gives us, so it is what we are going to use
There's a lot to do.
for the
What do
time
you need?
being. Said new dialogue available with everyone, so let's see if that moved along their quests at all.
Hello.
His, I don't think so.
Not at all. What's on your mind?
Oh, like to know more about your past. Here we go.
I'm going to be honest with you. Earlier, when I described how my father died, I may not have told you everything. In truth, he was still very much alive when I found myself conscious, but the blade that pierced his back prevented him from speaking. I still remember how the pain he displayed turned into a bittersweet smile upon seeing me alive. He laid there, trying to tell me something before he parted, but no words escaped his lips. When he realized he could not speak, he managed to raise his arm and point to a small chest by the fireplace. And that was the last thing he ever did. Then I watched him die. The chest he'd pointed at was where he kept all of his treasured belongings. But when I opened it, only one thing remained, my mother's amulet. Father gave it to her on the day they were wed, and she didn't stop wearing it until the hour she passed. Or so I was told. I never met her.
Why would your father want you to find this amulet of all things?
I don't know. For years I tried to figure it out. It wasn't like him to do something without good reason, but I searched every part of that amulet and there's nothing there. I just wish he could have been able to speak. Perhaps then I would have found out what it is he wanted me to do.
Maybe I could find something if I looked at it.
I'm not going to give the last remnant of my family possessions to a stranger. Besides, I've checked over and over again, nothing's there.
So I need to raise my influence with him more in order to do that.
Not at all. What's on your mind?
Okay. Also, I'm not keeping it. You're gonna hand it to me. I'm gonna be standing right in front of you. What do you think I'm gonna do? Say, haha, I got your amulet, and leave? We're all here in the Shire. You would find me. Would you be able to teach me some more Elvish?
Back for more, eh? I suspected you would. Here, give this a run through.
I just wonder if it's gonna pay off, and if it does anything. Fluency in Elvish has increased.
See you.
Alright, I'll see you. Hi.
What do you want?
Curious what happens if, well, let me try to talk to her first.
Not at all. What's on your mind?
I'd like to know more about your past.
Well, occasionally in Riverfell, the elves allowed me to tend to the wounds of wandering adventurers who'd make a stop in the elven city. They were surprised with how quickly I grasped their techniques, and didn't want that talent to go to waste, I suppose. Over time, they permitted me to see more and more of the wounded or injured, but I'd be lying if I said they came in at a frequent rate. About once a month or so. But then again, it is difficult to keep track of time when in the presence of elves. One evening, however, a particular ranger of importance came to us after being wounded in the shoulder by a pack of orcs. Estriel was his name, and I was fortunate enough to tend his wounds.
Am I detecting some kind of attraction here? If so, I don't want to hear it. How is this man of importance? She's gonna say she fell in love with him. Yeah.
Well, perhaps you shouldn't know. Not yet. There is a time for everything, but the hour for you to know this has not yet come to pass.
I mean, that's fair. It's rather personal. Want to talk about us?
Sure. What did you want?
Oh. That is very forward. I don't recall getting a kiss after our date. That is very forward. I would never play anything this forward.
That's because you didn't. I'm not the type to kiss on a first date. I value commitment more than short-term pleasures.
Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever kissed anyone on the first date either, so yeah. No, that's good. That's real good. I prefer women who value commitment.
But then again, it is my heart, and it is mine to give whenever I choose. Maybe. Just once.
Wow, this is awesome!
What?
Two hearts coming together amidst the chaos of a world on the brink of disaster.
Fuck out of here. You get the fuck out of here, Tinruth.
It's almost poetic.
Get the hell out.
Tinruth, what are you doing here?
Oh, don't mind me. I'll watch quietly. Please, do continue. It's all very fascinating.
Yeah, that's not
Top of the
creepy at
morning
all.
to you.
It's very
We'll
creepy.
continue this another time. Maybe. But I'm not exactly sure what came over me. Let's just get back to the Shire, for now.
This is why no one likes you. You see two people having a moment, and you go, "Oh, I'm gonna watch you kiss. I'm Tinruth." Oh.
I'm in the middle of something right now. What do you need?
Yeah.
Alright then.
Thanks, Tinruth. You always know how to muck up everything, don't you? Hey, you get back here. We're not done talking yet.
Hello.
I guess she doesn't have any more dialogue for now.
Maybe later, alright. I prefer to focus on the present or future for the moment.
Well, my regard shot up with Durusk, so I guess we should talk to him then. Durusk and Byracel are the people who like me the most right now, and I'm surprised that Durusk likes me. But because of the trial answer I gave,
Outlander.
he does.
What do you seek? I suppose I have some time. What about?
Can I swap out one of my weapons? Ooh, are there other options?
Sure, but keep in mind we can only afford to let you have 2 Dunedain weapons at a time.
What are the options?
These things don't grow on trees, after all. Now, what weapon do you want to swap?
Swap out my Ranger light bow.
And what weapon will you take in its place?
A Ranger bow, a Ranger greatsword, or a Ranger sword. So a Ranger bow is better than a Ranger light bow, I take it?
There you go. May it serve you well.
I hope. Yep, they're different items, so I'll take that as a good sign. Okay. Oh! I know this model. This is, the steel bow from, Insanity Sorrows mod.
Uh-huh.
I love that model. It's a fantastic weapon model. Insanity Sorrow, just all the mods are incredible.
Huh?
I wish there was someone who just
All right,
sold
then.
arrows here. Oh, Jesus. Well, I could make my own arrows. Frankly. Very easily. Can I take these arrows? Oh, I can. There we go. I know they're only steel, but still better than nothing. Alright, and now let's talk more.
Huh? I suppose I have some time. What about?
I'd like to know more about your past. Fingers crossed.
What is it with you? This is the 4th time you've brought this up, and each time my response has not changed.
You've been keeping track, dude?
I've attempted to handle this professionally, but you consistently fail to understand. My past is, and never will be, any of your business. Let us leave it at that, shall we?
So that's what it meant by new dialogue available. He just yells at me. You're hiding something. That makes me uneasy. All that remorse is going to consume you one day if you don't let someone help. As you wish, I will speak no more of this. We'll just see how long it is before I break you. You're hiding something. It makes me uneasy.
We all hide something. To venture through life fearing that which is unknown is to live in constant anxiety. I am no threat to you, not unless you make me. So save your suspicion for the true enemy.
No one has told me who the true enemy is. Like, no one has told me what the threat is, just that darkness lurks on the horizon. Are we fighting literal darkness? Because if that's the case, I would love if someone just flat out told me that. All the remorse is going to consume you one day if you don't let someone speak, or don't let someone help.
What concern is it of yours, anyway? If they're my troubles, then I will face them alone. I am not one to sit back while others fix my problems for me.
We're just going to get his regard down to 0. Just watch. As you wish, I will speak no more of this.
I appreciate your understanding.
If I say the other one, he's just going to be pissed. So that's just for the best.
I suppose I have some time. What about?
What if I just immediately ask him about his past? Do you think he'll just yell? Do you think he'll get so pissed that he finds a way to just crash my game? Because that would be funny.
You're never going to give it a rest, are you? Fine. I've grown tired of trying to explain why you wouldn't want to know anyway.
Yes!
If you want to uncover the secrets of my past, I'll no longer stop you.
Yes!
Speak to Thorman about it. He knows the story well enough.
We did it!
But just a word of warning. You won't like what you hear.
We did it! Oh my god, we did it!
Sure.
I was not expecting that. Oh. And I wanted to ask Thorman some personal questions on his part anyway, so it works out.
Top of the morning to you.
Yeah, top of the morning. I think it's the middle of the night, but same difference.
Speak your piece.
Mind if we talk?
What are the specifics?
Wait, there's no option here about Durusk. There's no option here. What troubles are there in the east of Middle Nirn?
More than I can recall, that's for certain. Legions of orcs gathered to destroy the race of men. The free world's last hope rests on the shoulders of but a few. Villages and farms are raided, and evil men muster to join forces with the greatest enemy of all. That is but a taste of the dangers beyond the Shire's eastern border. The future of Middle Nirn looks bleak indeed.
Then why aren't we there helping? Yeah, why aren't we out there?
I would, if I were able. But alas, the Shire is in need of as much aid as we can spare. The guardians of Middle Nirn must not forget the little folk.
Literally.
Sure.
I'm taking your coffee mug.
Outlander.
Yeah, why isn't it...
Now that that's over,
Why isn't it letting me talk about Durusk?
is there something you need?
I passed the speech check. Damn it. Mind if we talk?
What are the specifics?
Maybe if I know about his past first. Maybe then it'll open it up. I'd like to know more about your past.
Cirrus wasn't the only heirloom of our people Morthir and I tracked down. In fact, we became known for retrieving and protecting the birthrights of the Dunedain for many years. The last artifact was known as the Vilgam, a powerful enchanted stone that granted the bearer magical powers. Or so the legend said. That actually just ended up being a huge waste of our time. In one of the expansive ruins of Agnor the gem laid. It was easy enough to retrieve, I suppose. A few puzzles, several traps, a minor amount of undead, and then there it was. Resting upon a pillar of stone with a red silk cloth covering it. Morthir approached it and prepared the bag in which he would carry the stone. If only I could have known. I would have never let him lift that cloth.
Was it a trap? Why? What happened?
Nothing happened. Not then, at least. But over time, it began to poison his mind.
Oh.
He became easily angered, quick to spill blood, and relentless in combat. No doubt he was stronger because of it, but the cost was too great. These effects didn't happen immediately, as I mentioned, but it did eventually consume him, and drove him far into the mountains south of the Shire. You'll note our company is only 5, and there are 6 beds in the living quarters. Well, that 6th wasn't for guests, nor you. It was Morthir's, who departed just months before Byercell found you.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. It wasn't your fault. But I've grown weary of speaking of the lost. Let us return to our current duties. What are the specifics?
I just wanted to ask about... I wanted to ask about Durusk, but it's not an option. I'd like to know more about your past.
Last time I explained how the Vile Gem Stone corrupted Morthir and drove him into the mountains. Well, the truth is, that's not exactly how it happened. Yet, it is still mostly true. I saw the signs. How Morthir reacted differently when the jewel was in his possession, how he responded when I asked for it. So I took it upon myself to research this gem and discover what curse laid upon it. What I found was far from good. It wasn't an artifact from the Dunedain at all. It was a gift to one of the Dark Nenamorians by the evil powers of the East. An uncontrollable darkness lies upon that stone. All who wield it can feel its power. So I stole it.
What did you do with it?
I hid it, far to the north, in a cave that is seldom tread upon. I had hoped that in doing so, the curse upon Morthir would be broken. But alas, it was not. The jewel had already taken its toll on his mind and broken his will. He began to resent me, and eventually took refuge in the mountains south of the Shire, That was the last time we saw him. But perhaps you asked me this for a reason, for as we speak, goblins have constructed a series of tunnels near the location in which the Vile Gem is hidden. If something is not done soon, they may find it and unleash its hidden power. I know I may be asking a lot of you, and what I have in mind will take no small amount of willpower. But I need you to retrieve that stone.
Wouldn't it corrupt me?
Perhaps. And yet, perhaps not. Courage is found in the most unlikely places, after all.
What would you have me do with it?
Carry it far from here, into the land you call Skyrim. It is imperative that this stone not fall into goblin, ruffian, or even ranger hands. It must be taken far from any of our grasps. Such power does not belong in the Shire.
You can count on me, Captain.
Good luck. You will be consumed as well, if you do not rid yourself of it quick enough.
Ooh, is it gonna be timed? Oh, that would be cool. That would be really cool. Let's do that first. Why not? The only thing I want to do is let me
I
talk to
couldn't
buy
help
or
but
sell.
overhear. Durisk told you to talk with Thormin, didn't he?
Yes.
Well, not even Thormin knows the whole story. Durisk most likely just wanted to shove you off.
Okay. See, and I thought that something just glitched out and I had to progress further with Thormin, but here we go. How would you know? I didn't think Durisk spoke of his past to anyone.
He doesn't. Not since he arrived here, at least. But his legend was widely known to most rangers throughout Ariador at the time in which his deeds were done. Fortunately, word of it never reached Thormin, Foradant, or Tinruth, and I often suspect this to be reason enough the Council would assign him here.
In that case, what happened?
Well, I'm not entirely certain I should betray his trust. If he wants you to know, he should be the one to tell you. I just didn't want you to fall for his little ruse there.
You wouldn't have stopped me if you didn't want me to know.
I suppose you are entitled to know a little about the backgrounds of those you'll be working with.
And?
Believe it or not, Durisk was no more than a farm boy at one point. But he quickly grew bored of the simple life and domestic chores, and began to long for the exciting life of a ranger. Durisk had grown quick, strong and lean from working as a farmer's boy, and many important rangers showed interest in adopting the promising boy as their novice. He felt a connection to a particular respected ranger of high rank, who was known for his strict training regime and field results. Within weeks, Durisk left his birthplace to train under his new mentor.
Please continue. Yeah, I want the full story.
Durisk became a consummate warrior, highly skilled in diverse tactics and strategies, and proficient with any weapons he came into contact with.
He became a predator and scourge of orcs, wolves, and also bandits. Is it frozen?
Durisk
there we go.
completely relied on his mentor. He slept, ate, fought, marched, and rested only when his mentor commanded it. In reward for this reign of discipline, Durisk trusted his mentor. His loyalty surpassed all else, including love for his family, or laws. News of their bond spread throughout the ranger communities, and they were an example for aspiring ranger novices. Of course, Durisk's mentor was well aware of his influence over the strong young watcher. Over the years, the mentor had grown unsatisfied by the rules and laws of the rangers. He proposed a more radical policy: eradicate any threat from former Arnthur completely. He moved from a world of greys to one of black and white. Either you were a foe or an ally. There was no middle ground. With the help of Durisk, he began to exact a ruthless campaign against the dangers of both wild and civilization. Before too long, he and Durisk vanquished wolf lairs, goblin camps, but also smugglers' rings, bandit communities, and vagrants. Durisk's moral compass was replaced by his mentor's will, and the young ranger performed any command his mentor uttered, without remorse. The Ranger Council eventually heard about their campaign and sent out 2 parties to take in Durusk's mentor. By command of his mentor, Durusk killed the first in battle and led the second party into a deadly trap. Luck was on the council's side when Durusk's mentor walked into an ambush and was finally captured. Even then, Durusk thought the council to be traitors and feeble men. His mentor had become his world, and vice versa, and he did not see the evil in his actions. It took some years to make Durusk see how corrupted his mentor had become. Only then did he understand his own faults, and he was afraid of what he was capable of. He remained quiet most of the time, uneasy to speak his mind, as it was corrupted by the philosophy of an evil man. The council did not want to waste Durusk's martial prowess, and eventually sent him to us. Thorman was known as a thoughtful, wise ranger who inspired his subordinates by example and welcomed their opinions. The council hoped Durusk would be able to regain his mental strength under Thorman and prayed that he would be able to redeem himself by doing good.
Has he been able to redeem himself?
He has greatly aided our cause here, and his good deeds now far outweigh his colourful past, but he does not see it so.
Oh, okay.
In his mind, the people he's killed, the homes he burned, and the lives he destroyed are the only things he'll be remembered for.
I get both sides of it then. I get both sides. That's all I needed to know. Thank you.
I just hope Durusk is alright with you knowing.
Well, let's see what he has to say.
Something on your mind?
I just want to ask her one question.
Not at all. What's on your mind?
Because there was this topic that I didn't get to ask her earlier. Why doesn't Thorman like the title Master?
The most improper job of any man, or even elf, is to boss around another. Not one in this world is fit for it, and least of all those who seek the chance to. That is what he likes to say about it anyway. He insists that he is nobody's master. Nevertheless, his opinions are greatly respected among this company, and many take his requests as orders. Probably because he often phrases them as such.
Alright.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you for your time. Now let's see if Durusk has anything to say.
Huh?
Why did you try to deceive me by sending me to Thorman?
You figured it out. Should have suspected you would, I suppose. You've always been a persistent one.
I don't like that I'm ratting out Buy or Sell, but yeah, Buy or Sell told me the whole tale.
She did. That was never her tale to tell. You have far too much influence over Buy or Sale, Arathon. But still, you know now, and there's nothing I can do to make you unlearn.
Mind if we talk?
I suppose I have some time. What about?
Well, I'm just curious if there's anything else. Okay.
Yep.
So I might just have to wait until the next time that we have a new dialogue conversation with him. I do want to get this stone, though. The stone that is very clearly meant to be similar to the ring.